It's the Mystique of Mysticism. Tonight's guest, TV's lovable Webster, Emmanuel Lewis. And now, here's your host, Just D Facts. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, everybody settle down. We got a lot to get to. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to the all-new Mystique of Mysticism. Before we get this party started, I want to say hello to my ever-loving friend. It's Guy.
Oh, hello. Hello. Delightful indeed.
How you doing, Guy?
I've been well. Thank you so much for asking. It's been a while since I've seen you, Jess. Can't help but notice your hair.
The hair?
Indeed, it's quite long. Shake it out and show everyone.
It is. You probably are wondering where the heck I've been. And quite honestly, I've been wondering that myself to a degree. But let me give you the story here from the last time we talked. Frankly, the first season did not go as well as I had hoped. I had anticipated after 2, possibly 3 episodes getting major sponsorship and being able to retire after putting 10 episodes or so in the can. I did not get the major sponsorship. I got no sponsorship whatsoever. And I became very dejected and very depressed. But as it worked out, my wife said to me, "Hey, hon, we've got our 25th coming up, our 25th anniversary." And she said, "Would it cheer you up if we took a cruise?" And I was like, "A cruise? Of course, that would be wonderful." So what we did is we booked a cruise to Alaska. It's been on my bucket list. And we flew across the country in an airplane and landed in Seattle. And once we got to Seattle is when my wife told me that she's afraid of water and can't swim and would not be joining me on the cruise, which honestly surprised me a bit considering it was our anniversary. But I soldiered on by myself and took the cruise alone. Here's a couple of the things we saw up there. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, it's just basically the tourist stuff that you see up in Alaska. Like, here's me in front of some ice. And I got a jacket on because it's cold when you're with the ice. Basically, that was what I did. I'd stay in my cabin, and then when we'd be up close to the land, I'd go out on deck, or if we landed at a dock, I'd go check things out. And one night at dinner, I met a gentleman. His name was Matty, and everybody called him Papa. And here's a picture of the two of us together. And Papa, it turns out, is a web television producer. And he had heard of the Mystique of Mysticism and said that he had some ideas for the show and asked if I would be interested in relaunching a new version of the show featuring celebrity guests. And I said, well, you know, we gotta stick to our theme of explaining the unexplainable. And he said, oh yeah, because we'll bring in some celebrities and they can talk about mystical things. And I was like, oh, that's cool. So that brings us here. I'm back home. Still haven't heard from my wife. Junior is on the splits too. Don't know what the story is there. But everything else is good. Glad to be back. And we have got a great guest right out of the gate. Mr. Emmanuel Lewis will be here talking about his research into the legendary Bigfoot. So, you stand right there. We'll be right back. Tonight's Mystique of Mysticism is brought to you by
pickles. You gotta eat. You might as well eat pickles. Blood. Everybody needs it. It's good. It's blood. Depression. Having a good day? Not for long. It's depression.
And now, back to our show.
We are back.
Welcome back to the Mystique of Mysticism. I am still Just D Facts, and something exciting tonight. Our very first celebrity guest. You're going to remember him from that TV show back in the 50s with the football player and the other lady. And he was the little kid. And he was black and they weren't. He was Webster, and I think that was the name of the show, too. Well, Webster is all grown up now and has been researching the strange phenomenon that we tend to talk about here on our program. You may have seen Emmanuel Lewis's new book. It's called Big Feet, Little Man. He's here to talk about it tonight, and sorry.
Have a drink.
Yeah, okay, good. It's probably a good idea. Anyway, one second. Oh, Mrs. Olson did good with the coffee today, if you know what I mean. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to...
We interrupt this program for the following special announcement. Please do not concern yourselves with issues of the mystical, or creatures like Bigfoot, aliens, and vampire werewolves only exist in the minds of simple people. Please, don't be stupid like Jess Facts. Understand that everything is okay, and you can just go back to sleep, my friend. All is well.
God. Sorry about that. Anyway, as I was saying, please welcome Emmanuel Lewis.
We've already done that.
We did? Was it a good interview?
Yes, he was delightful. Probably your best interview yet.
Did he do that, what you're talking about, Willis thing? Sorry. Anyway, that's the end of the show. And it's good to be back. And I look forward to seeing you next week when our special guests are going to be Bill Cosby and Jared Fogle. So until then, this is Jess Facts. Good night.
Someone shut that dog up. Thank you.